Okay. See the sum. Okay, Haim and Neem are partner in a firm sharing profit in the ratio 3:2. Their capital were 80,000, 50,000 respectively. They admit Sham on John 1st, 2017 as a new partner of 1/5 share. 1/5, underline this word, 1/5 share in the future profit. So this 1/5 mean future. That means new share. Sam's new share. Okay, Sham brought 60,000 as his capital. Calculate the value of goodwill of the firm and record necessary journal entries on Sham's admission of if Sham brings his share of goodwill. B, when the Sham does not bring his share of goodwill. Okay, so now two conditions you are going to see, ma. One is Sham was bring goodwill. Sham doesn't bring goodwill. Okay. First condition, Sham bring goodwill. Sham brings goodwill. Okay. So Sham brings goodwill mean that goodwill amount is not there. See the sum? Yes. Sham brought 60,000 as his capital. Their capital 80,000, 50,000 respectively. Okay. Value of goodwill of the firm. First, yes, the goodwill you have to calculate, ma. The total goodwill, the firm's goodwill you have to calculate. Yes, before we start our entry, do working. The value of firm's goodwill. Sam's capital is 60,000. Then Sham's share of goodwill. Yes, share of goodwill means 60,000 into 1/5. The reverse you have to do. With the help of this new share, the new capital we have to find out. With the help of Sham's new share, the new capital, with the help of new share and Sham's capital. Okay, we have to find out that the whole business capital, the whole capital we have to find out. How it is possible means 60,000 into 5/1. 60,000 into, so reciprocal. When you put reciprocal, that whole capital will come out with the help of one partner. See, only 60,000. 60,000 is Sham's capital, ma. So 60,000 Sham's capital mean 60,000 in the reciprocal of that share of capital. So 60,000 into 5/1, you will get the whole business capital. So the whole partners that are the whole business capital 3 lakh. So now with this, the 3 lakh mean you must calculate Haim and Haim, Neem, Sham, that 80,000 plus 50,000 plus 60,000. So your whole capital level is 1,90,000 only. But what it show? 3 lakh. Okay, the total capital of the firm is 3 lakh, but actually their amount is 1,90,000. Now the goodwill of the firm is 3 lakh minus their original capital. The difference amount is called goodwill. The difference amount is called goodwill. Very simple, ma. with the help of new profit, with the help of new partners capital and new partner share. Okay, so 60,000 into the reciprocal 5 by 1, 60,000 into 5 by 1, you will get the whole profit, the whole firm's capital, the whole firm's capital. After finishing this step, that Haim, Neem, Sham, that altogether 3 capital you have to add, that 80,000 plus 50,000 plus 60,000, that actual capital level is 1,90,000. But what it seems, it's only 3 lakh. The total firm's goodwill, actual total firm's goodwill is 3 lakh. Now the goodwill amount is equal to actual capital minus, see, the 3 lakh minus actual capital, that the difference amount is called goodwill. That's excess capital amount, you know, the excess amount is called goodwill. Actual capital is 1,90,000 only. So but 3 lakh minus 1,90,000, you will get goodwill level. The total firm's goodwill is 1,10,000. The total firm's goodwill is 1,10,000. Now we have to find out the Sham's goodwill share. The Sham's goodwill share is equal to 1,10,000. The total firm, the total goodwill, the total firm's goodwill into new partner share. The total firm's goodwill 1,10,000 into 1 by 5. Sham's goodwill share is 22,000. Okay, so yes, now we finished our workings. Let me start our entries. First entry, capital brings by the new partner, and goodwill, if the goodwill amount enter into the business. Okay, so bank account data to Sham's capital account to premium for goodwill. So to Sham's capital is 60,000, to premium for goodwill just now we found out 22,000. So altogether Sham brings 82,000 into the business. Sham brings 82,000 into the business. Okay, very simple, ma. In this sum, they have given old partner capital, new partner capital, and new share, new partners, new share. Okay. Apart from this, no amount they have given. So we have to find out with the help of new partner capital account, new partner capital, and new partner share. How it is possible? Mean new partner, yes, new partners capital is equal to 60,000. So with this 60,000, you use the reciprocal of new partner share. That means 5 by 1. You used this, you will get that whole new business capital, the new capital amount you will get, the 3 lakh you will get. Okay. Now the 3 lakh minus actual capital. Actually what they invest, 3 lakh minus actual capital. That means is actual capital mean 80,000, 50,000, 60,000. Actual capital 1,90,000. The 3 lakh minus 1,90,000. The difference amount is called goodwill, the total goodwill of the firm. The total goodwill of the firm 1,10,000. This 1,10,000 into the new partner share, 1/5 share mean you will get new partner goodwill amount 22,000. Now we'll see the second character. Sham does not bring his share of goodwill. Sham does not bring his share of goodwill. See, in this situation, Shyam will later bring his share of goodwill. So at present, he is not able to give any amount for goodwill, but he must bring goodwill amount. Okay, va? So at present stage, we must consider this as a loan. We must consider as a loan. Okay. Yes. So now bank account data to Shyam's capital 60,000, 60,000. At the same way, second entry, goodwill entry. So goodwill, you think you consider as a loan. That's why Shyam's current account data. So current account mean he has to bring later. He must bring, okay, Shyam's current account data to Hames capital, names capital. Okay, so Shyam's current account data to Hames capital, names capital. He doesn't bring any he doesn't bring goodwill amount on for that purpose only. The goodwill amount we taken from his capital. Okay, so it is just imagine as a loan. He must bring goodwill amount. That's why we use Sam's current account data to Hames capital, to names capital. We taken from we will taken from Sam's current account, Sam's capital account. Why we use current account, Sam's current account? He must bring, he must give to partners. He must submit, he must give some amount to partners. That's why we use current account. The settlement of partners, when we deal this when we deal the settlements of partners or salary, whatever it is, we use current account. That's why the Sam's current account data to Hames capital, names capital. So Sam's current account 22,000. This 22,000 shared by old partners in their old ratio. That's it. Listen ma, ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். நான் வந்து ஒரு தடவை தமிழ்லயே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிடுறேன். இதுன்னா நிறைய பேருக்கு இது புரியுறது இல்ல. ஓகேவா? சோ இந்த சம்ல வந்துட்டு கேபிட்டல் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. கேபிட்டலோட நியூ பார்ட்னரோட கேபிட்டலும் நியூ பார்ட்னரோட ஷேரும் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. இந்த நியூ பார்ட்னரோட ஷேரை வச்சுதான் நீங்க வந்து என்ன கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா, இந்த நியூ பார்ட்னரோட குட்வில் அமௌண்ட்டை கண்டுபிடிக்க போறோம். இந்த நியூ பார்ட்னரோட ஷேர் வந்து 1/5 ஷேரு. டோட்டல் ஃபார்ம்ஸ் கேபிட்டல் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். சோ இது எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா 60,000 இன்டூ ரெசிப்ரோக்கல். நீங்க இந்த ஷேர் வந்து 1/5 ஷேர். இந்த 1/5 ஷேரை தலைகீழா போட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா, இப்ப நீங்க இதை தலைகீழா போட்டு மல்டிபிள் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா டோட்டல் ஃபார்மோட கேபிட்டல், டோட்டல் ஃபார்மோட நியூ கேபிட்டல் வெளியே வரும். இந்த டோட்டல் ஃபார்மோட நியூ கேபிட்டலை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம குட்வில் கண்டுபிடிக்க போறோம். ஓகேவா? இப்ப இந்த 3 lakh வெளியில வந்துருச்சு. இப்ப நம்ம ஒரிஜினல் ஆக்சுவல் கேபிட்டல் நமக்கு சம்மில் இருக்கு. 80,000, 50,000 இருக்கு, பிளஸ் 60,000 புதுசா கொண்டு வர்ற பார்ட்னரோட கேபிட்டல். சோ ஆக்சுவல் கேபிட்டல் லெவல் வந்து 1,90,000 தான். இப்ப என்ன பண்ணணும், நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்ச இந்த 3 lakhல இருந்து இந்த ஆக்சுவல் கேபிட்டலை மைனஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு குட்வில் அமௌண்ட், டோட்டல் ஃபார்மோட குட்வில் அமௌண்ட் வெளியில வரும். இந்த டோட்டல் ஃபார்மோட குட்வில் அமௌண்ட்ல இருந்து இந்த நியூ பார்ட்னரோட குட்வில் அமௌண்ட், அந்த நியூ ஷேரை யூஸ் பண்ணி வெளியே கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். 1,10,000 இன்டூ 1/5. அப்ப இந்த நியூ குட்வில் அமௌண்ட் வெளியில வந்துடும். அவ்வளவுதான். ஓகே, That adjustment for accumulated profit and loss. So what do you mean by accumulated profit and loss? So sometimes a firm may have accumulated profit not yet transferred to capital account of the profit. So accumulated profit mean after completing your balance sheet, in between profit. Accumulated profit mean after completing your transaction, that next day you receive some profit, a special profit. Okay, these small profits, so combinedly called accumulated profit. After finishing your balance sheet or after finishing your transaction, you receive special. So in between you receive some special profits. That profit also you must share. You must share your partners. You must share your shareholders. Okay, ba? This is what accumulated profit. In between receive. These are usually in the form of general reserve, reserves, a profit and loss. The new partner is not entitled to have any share in such accumulated profit. These are distributed among the partners by transferring it to their capital current account in old profit sharing ratio. This accumulated profit is deal you must consider is an old profit. This you know very well. This accumulated is in between profit. That means last year in between you received, suddenly you received. So this profit belongs to old partners only. That's why this accumulated profit is going to shared by the old partner in their old ratio. Okay. If there are some accumulated loss in the form of debit balance of a profit and loss, the debit balance of profit and loss is called loss, accumulated loss. That credit balance of profit and loss is mean profit. Okay, it should be transferred to old partners capital. Either profit or loss, both characters should shared by the old partner in their old ratio. See, Rajinder and Surinder are partner in a firm sharing profit in the ratio 4:1 on April 15, 2017. They admit Narendra as a new partner. On that date, there was a balance of rupees 20,000 in general reserve. So 20,000 in general reserve and debit balance of 10,000. Debit balance of 10,000 in the profit or loss account of the firm. Okay, so debit balance of 10,000 mean you just imagine PL account debit balance. So PL account debit balance of profit and loss mean you get profit. This 10,000. Listen. Yes, on that date, it was a balance of 20,000 in general reserve. This general reserve shared by old partner in their old ratio. And the debit balance of rupees 10,000 in the profit and loss account of the firm. Okay. So debit balance of the profit and loss of the debit balance of, yes, that means loss. The 10,000 means the 10,000 is a profit only. Profit mean profit or loss account data. So profit when you the profit entry will be profit or loss account data to partners capital, isn't it? So the debit balance shows 10,000. We'll see the entry. The general reserve is called 20,000 So Rajinder's capital, 20,000 into you shared this 20,000 by their old ratio. Old ratio is 4:1. So 20,000 into 4 by 5, 20,000 into 1 by 5. You will get 16,000, 4,000. So general reserve account data to Rajinder's capital and Surendra's capital account. So general reserve balance transferred to the capital account of Rajinder and Surender. Yes. Listen. So listen carefully. The debit balance of 10,000 in the profit or loss account of the firm is called loss. Okay. The debit balance of, yes, you are according to the nominal account, all the income, yes, nominal rule, all expenses and losses should be debited. To keep remind this rule. Okay, so according to nominal rule, all expenses and losses should be debited. According to that, the debit balance of profit and loss account, the 10,000 considered as a loss. Okay. Now this loss also would bear. This loss also would bear by old partner in their old ratio. Okay. Very simple ma. இந்த லாஸ் வந்து யார் தான் லிசன் நீங்க ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்றீங்க ப்ராஃபிட் எப்படி நீங்க வந்து ஷேர் பண்ணி எடுத்துக்கிறீங்களோ the same way லாஸா இருந்தாலும் you have to bear that. அந்த லாஸையும் நீங்க ஓல்ட் ஷேரிங் ரேஷியோல எடுத்துப்பீங்க. ஓகேவா? சோ லாஸ்னா என்ன செய்வீங்க? நீங்க அமௌண்ட் போடுவீங்க. ப்ராஃபிட்னா பிசினஸ் அமௌண்ட் உங்களுக்கு தரும். லாஸ் அப்படின்னா நீங்க அந்த லாஸ்க்கு அமௌண்ட் பிசினஸ் தருவீங்க. அந்த நீங்க வந்து பிசினஸ்க்கு அந்த லாஸ திருப்பி தருவீங்க. ஓகேவா? சோ அப்போ வாட் கம்ஸ் இன் டெபிட் என்ன உள்ள வரும்? பார்ட்னர்ஸ் வந்து அமௌண்ட் தருவாங்க. பார்ட்னர்ஸ் வந்து இந்த லாஸ்க்கான அமௌண்ட் தரணும். அதுதான் ரஜிந்தர்ஸ் கேபிட்டல் அக்கவுண்ட் டெட்டா. சோ டெபிட் தி ரிசீவர். இந்த லாஸ நீங்க பிரிச்சு கொடுக்குறீங்க. டெபிட் தி ரிசீவர் பர்சனல் அக்கவுண்ட் படி டெபிட் தி ரிசீவர். சோ ரஜிந்தர்ஸ் கேபிட்டல் அக்கவுண்ட் டெட்டா, சுரேந்தர்ஸ் கேபிட்டல் அக்கவுண்ட் டெட்டா டு ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கவுண்ட். இந்த லாஸ நீங்க இந்த ரெண்டு பேருக்கும் பிரிச்சு கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க. So Rajinder's capital account data, debit the receiver. Surendra's capital account data to profit or loss account. 10,000 into that ratio 4 by 5, 1 by 5. Okay, va? So your next character, revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. So revaluation of asset, why we do revaluation? So why we do revaluation? At the time of admission of a new partner, it is also it is always described to ascertain whether the assets of the firm are shown in the books at their current values. In case the assets are overstated or understated, these are revalued. Similarly, a reassessment of liabilities is also done so that these are brought in the books at their correct values. At the times, at times, there may also be some unrecorded assets and liabilities of the firm. These also have to be brought into the books of accounts, books of the firms. For this purpose, the firm has to prepare revaluation accounts. The gain or loss on revaluation of each assets and liabilities is transferred to this accounts, and finally it is balanced in transfer to the capital account of the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. We all very yes, listen ma, 10 years actually you and your friend doing one business for the past 10 years. Okay, so after completing your 10 years, you decide to enter one more partner. Okay va? So நீங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டு நீங்க 10 years நீங்க ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணி நீங்க நிறைய அசெட்ஸையும் குட்வில்லையும் சேர்த்து வச்சிருக்கீங்க. So sudden ஒரு பார்ட்னர் என்டர் ஆகுறப்போ அவரும் இந்த பார்ட்னர் இந்த கம்பெனியோட ஓனர் அப்படின்னு ஒரே ஒன் டேல வந்து அவர் மாறிடுவார். ஓகேவா? சோ அப்ப நீங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டு இவ்வளவு நாள் சேர்த்து வச்ச இவ்வளவு ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நீங்க அசட்டோட லேண்ட் நீங்க ஒரு 5-10 இயர்ஸ் பிஃபோர் அந்த அசட் நீங்க வாங்கியிருப்பீங்க. சோ அட் பிரசன்ட் அதோட லெவல் வந்து ஹை ஆயிரும். ஓகேவா? நீங்க இப்ப என்ன பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களுடைய அசட்ஸ் அண்ட் லயபிலிட்டிஸோட அட் பிரசன்ட் லெவல்ல கால்குலேட் பண்ணி அந்த 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 நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணப்ப இருந்த லெவலுக்கும் அட் பிரசன்ட் லெவல்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய சேஞ்சஸையும் என்ன செய்றீங்க, இந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் எடுத்து இந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் அமௌண்ட்டை உங்க கேபிட்டல் அக்கௌண்ட்டுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்க. ஓகேவா? அதே மாதிரி ஏதாவது மிஸ் ஆன லயபிலிட்டிஸோ இல்ல மிஸ் ஆன அசட்ஸையோ அதையும் என்டர் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்க. நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா rearrangement of assets and liabilities, reassessment of assets and liabilities. This is what revaluation. Before you enter one partner, before you admit one partner, you adjust your assets and liabilities at present value. See this word. At the time of admission of your new partner, it is always desirable to ascertain whether the assets of the firm are showing in books at their current values. In the case of assets are overstated or understated. So நீங்க இந்த books வந்து current அதாவது எக்ஸாக்ட்டா உங்களுடைய assets and liabilities ரெண்டுமே கரெக்ட் வேல்யூஸ்ல இருக்கா அப்படின்றத பாக்குறீங்க. அப்படி கரெக்ட் வேல்யூஸ்ல இல்ல அப்படின்னா அதை நீங்க அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்றீங்க. Assets are overstated and understated. These are revalued. Similarly, a reassessment of liabilities is also done so that these are brought into books at their correct values at the time of this. Yes, very simple. Before you enter one partner, you correct your accounts. You correct your account whether it is right or wrong. Doing this accounts is called revaluation accounts. So account is credited with increase in the value of each assets and decrease in its liabilities because it is gain. So this statement will see your yes here. With apt example only I can explain. So yes, follow in the balance sheet of A and B who's sharing profit in ratio of 3:1. Balance sheet, see the balance sheet, sundry creditors is there, capital is there. In credit side, cash in hand is there, debtor, stock, furniture, plant and machinery. See the adjustment. On that day, she is admitted into the partnership on the following terms. She is to bring 15,000 as a capital, 5,000 as premium for goodwill, 1/5 share. Goodwill for 1/6 share. Then second character, the value of stock is reduced by 10%. Okay. So these all adjustment we adjust in our assets and liabilities. After adjusting these assets and liabilities, when we complete all adjustment only, we admit one partner. Okay, va? So the value of stock is reduced. We didn't follow these assets and liabilities continuously. Before we enter one partner, we arrange all these assets and liabilities in a correct manner. After finished this step only, we enter one partner into the firm. Okay, the value of stock is reduced by 10%. Okay, we just do all these adjustment. While the plant and machinery is appreciated by 10%. The furniture is revalued at 9,000. Already the furniture value is 10,000, but that value is decreased in further days. The furniture value is revalued at 9,000. A provision for doubtful debts is to be created on sundry debtors at 5%, and 200 is to be provided for an electricity bill. This 200 provided for an electricity bill is new liability, exists to come. Investment worth rupees 10,000 not mentioned in the balance sheet is to be taken into account. New investment arise. A creditor rupees 100 is not likely to claim his money and is to be written off. Okay, that creditor not likely to claim this 100 rupees is not yet come. So definitely this 100 rupees would not will not receive. That's why we written off this 100 rupees. Okay, this one is new liability. Record the journal entries with paper revaluation account. See the revaluation format. See that in this revaluation account, when asset value is decreased, when asset value is decreased, liability value increase, that item should be debit. Keep it in your mind. When asset value decrease, liability value increase. It is very simple. You all you know very well that all expenses, that debit side is always resembles negative side. Debit side is always resemble negative side. That credit side, what are all the benefit side? You know very well. So debit side, asset decrease, liability increase. These items would be debit this side. Asset increase, liability decrease. When liability decrease mean it is considered as a positive. You are, for example, the creditors, that loan, 50,000 loan, that loan is decreased by 40,000. The 10,000 is a benefit only. So when liability decrease, that is also considered as a benefit point. So when asset increase, liability decrease, you must credit all these items. Now see the sum. Yes. The value of stock is reduced by 10,000. The value of stock is reduced by the asset. Stock mean asset, current asset. So asset value decrease. So when asset value decrease, this amount goes to debit side of revaluation account. See, the stock value is 15,000. The stock value is 15,000 in reduced. Yes. The value of stock is reduced by 10%. So 15,000 into 10%. Now see the sum. 15,000 into 10%. You know very well. 15% into 10,000. You will get 1,500. The 1,500 reduced by. Okay, upper stock. Debit side la neenga stock and potu, because that asset value decrease. When asset value decrease, the revaluation debit. So stock 1,500. See the next transaction. While plant and machinery is appreciated by 10%. Here plant and machinery worth is 30,000. So 30,000 into 10 by 100. So plant and machinery is appreciated. Appreciated mean increase. Appreciation mean increase. So plant and machinery is appreciated by 10%. So increase. When asset increase, it should be credit side of revaluation account. So 30,000 into 10 by 100, you will get 3,000. Plant and machinery, you put credit side of revaluation account. Plant and machinery, 3,000. See? Plant and machinery, 3,000. The same way, furniture. See the sum. Yes, furniture is revalued at 9,000. So furniture is revalued at 9,000. See the book value, ma. The box full of furniture வந்து 10,000. They put 10,000, but it is revalued only 9,000. So simultaneously asset value is decrease. Asset value is decrease 9,000. Asset value is decreased 9,000 at 9,000. So what is the difference? 10,000 ஆயிருந்தது 9,000 ஆயிருக்கு. இப்போ எவ்வளோ reduce ஆயிருக்கு? So எவ்வளோ reduce ஆயிருக்கு? Only 1,000. Listen ma, this revaluation account, it shows only the difference between past and present. The difference amount only you have to put this account. Okay va? See, the furniture past value is 10,000, present value is 9,000. The difference between 1,000, so 1,000 குறைஞ்சிருக்கு, asset value குறைஞ்சிருக்கு. That's why debit side la furniture 1,000. And fourth point, a provision for doubtful debt is to be created on sundry debtors at 5%. So provision for doubtful debts. Normally provision for doubtful debts for purpose we deduct ma. So actually provision for doubtful debts வந்து என்னது? Debtors ல இருந்து reduce ஆகுறது. So provision for doubtful debts அப்படின்றது என்னது? Debtors ல இருந்து reduce ஆகுற value. என்னன்னா? That means bad debts na என்னது? We cannot receive. We won't receive back. That is called bad debts. So what do you mean by provision for bad debts? So provision for bad debts mean definitely we won't get it back, that bad debts amount, no. So அந்த bad debts amount வந்து உங்களோட business affect பண்ணாம இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக நீங்க உங்களுடைய current last year ஓட profitல இருந்து, so உங்களுடைய profitல இருந்து நீங்க ஒரு amount என்ன பண்றீங்க? ஒரு certain percentage எடுத்து reserve பண்றீங்க. That is called provision for bad debts. That is also called liability to bear the business loss. Okay va? So bad debts கண்டிப்பா வராது, bad debts வரவே வராது. So அந்த வராம இருக்கிற amount வந்து உங்களுடைய business regular business affect பண்ண கூடாதுன்றதுக்காக நீங்க ஒரு provision create பண்றீங்க. That provision called provision for bad debts. So this is also liability. This provision at 5% on debtors. So debtors level is 12,000 now. So 12,000 into 5%. 12,000 into 5%. What amount you receive? 12,000 into 5,000. 5%. 12,000 into 5 by 100.